Larry catches the biggest bass.
One of these items is not like the other. One of them's real, one of them's fake, but as far as matching the hatch goes,
we hit it nail on the head.
Yeah, I think you did. I think you're doing pretty good, man.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today, me and Mr. Deal are out here, and I'm not gonna lie, we've already been fishing and we've been catching them. So I'm not gonna say too much more. I just want y'all to sit back, relax, and enjoy this. It took us an hour to figure them out. They definitely helped us a lot figuring them out. I think you might be onto something with that. Just keeping the shad on the back of your crankbait. So one of the reasons why I picked up the camera is one, because he caught a shad that looks exactly like the crankbait he's throwing. Second is every time that I hit these trolling motor pedals, these fish start going crazy. So just check it out. We've had it on the GoPro. Every time that I touch these pedals, and like the more noise we make, it's like they just start eating shad, ferociously eating shad. We're gonna keep making noise and keep fishing, and we will talk to y'all at the end of the day. So, or talk to y'all on the GoPro, then talk to y'all again on this camera at the end of the day. So stay tuned.
Dude, that jump, well, the water's up a little bit, but like when the water's not high, that jump down to the boat is kind of scary. Like it's hop, skip, and a jump. And see, it's not bad right now since the water's up, but like when the water's low, you have to jump. Yeah, it's like, dude, it feels like you're falling off the like earth. And then anything you want to throw, just grab it out of one of those boxes, grab it off of a rod, whatever. This one has a war pig on it. Like out here in the middle, or like just this whole pocket, you can literally cast anywhere and there might be a fish there.
Really?
Yeah.
This does look like a good lane. I bet it.
3-pounder, first one of the day. Dude, also you gotta be careful doing that type of stuff, because like fish will come up and eat. Like I've had one eat a frog, like hung up in that stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Or blow up on a frog. I didn't get it, of course, but I got a screwdriver in the truck. I'm gonna go with this one, but whatever one you want. And then there's another one down, or there's a box of fret size underneath you too. Like all the animals that hibernate, where do they go?
I don't know. Like I understand snakes and lizards and stuff probably go underground. But
Yeah.
like, where do turtles go?
Yeah.
Literally.
Like I feel like we're outside enough that you should see a hibernation hole somewhere.
Yeah.
Just filled up with just a whole bunch of different animals. I'm gonna take us down the opposite way.
Fish.
Still on?
Yeah. That's pretty decent.
Hey, he ain't come up yet. That might be a good one.
Oh, throw in there. Throw in there.
Shit. Okay, I got you.
Really good, dude.
Oh my God, dude. Jesus Christ, that's a big one. Let's throw that back behind you.
Hey.
Well, I guess you're just a good luck charm, dude. I got a scale. You want to weigh it?
Well, hell, we got it. Might as well.
Yeah. Got the fancy.
That's right.
Let me guess. 318.
347.
347.
Or 344.
It's the first one of the day.
Yes, sir. That was a,
There you go.
good
I'll let
first one.
you take care of your fish. Dude, 4 and a 3, like back to back. Good job, dude. Let's go.
Dude, first fish of the day.
314 or 340. What was it? 340? 34? Might still be
Yeah,
on that
344.
scale. 344 to start off the day. On what is that? What are you throwing?
This is the
Dredger? Digger.
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 6.5 foot digger.
Let's go, baby.
Yes, sir. And we were just talking like crankbaits aren't my confidence bait.
Yeah.
And that's what we've been catching.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like dirty water, but like it's not like muddy dirty, it's just the bottom.
Yeah, it's like
dirty.
a silt bottom.
Yeah, yep. And dude, I just, like, he looked like he was a big fish, like the way the rod was bent and like he hadn't came up yet, so I was like, I don't know if I should cast. Like, should I be ready to try to like grab them? Yeah, because when you don't have it, that's when you catch big ones. But like when you're prepared for them. But also the Networks has a pretty good paddle. I've had to do that a couple times. Airworks has a good enough paddle. I'm not gonna say it's a good one. Boat teetering on a rock.
Yes. And then all of a sudden we hear. And the floodgates start opening.
Gosh. I think you just might be luck, dude.
Yeah.
Granted, you still have to catch them.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, right.
I bet when, like, if you could catch them, like a big group of them schooling, I bet you they'd eat it. So I think fish just get jealous of each other, dude. Like, got one? Oh shit! Dude, that's another good one, dude.
I'll flip them.
Okay. Hey. There you go. On that crank?
On the crank.
How's it feel?
Dude, it feels great.
Oh, wow.
Your turn.
Maybe.
Bro, this is probably the skinniest fish that we've caught, and he's still fat.
Yeah, and he's still like healthy one.
Tomorrow.
All right, boys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. So today I was thinking last night, you know, nighttime is where I do all my thinking, my planning for the videos. And I was thinking last night, I was like, all right, so I went out, I've been out a couple days. I got skunked one day and the bite's been really tough. I mean, like one fish a day. It's been tough, but it's still been good because I'm still catching fish, if you see what I'm saying. Like, it's not like I'm not catching anything. It's just, it's not how the bite hasn't been really how I want it to go. So I was like, you know what? Tomorrow in the morning, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna go to a pond and I'm gonna fish a war pig all day in hopes to catch a big one. Just because that's one bait that seems like it has been working year round, and I just wanna go and catch fish. And these are my favorite fishing trips. Is like when you go in and you go in kind of stubborn and you're like, I'm only gonna take 1 or 2 baits. And that's what I'm doing today. I'm only taking 1 bait, just a whole bunch of different colors and different variations of it. And I've been catching bigger fish out of this pond, but I mean, it's been 1 a day at the end of the day. So it could be luck, it could just be like the time of the year, because it seems like most of the time when I catch big fish out of a pond, I'll catch them over the summer because I fish a lot more in the summer. But like in the wintertime, it seems like the ratio to days, like you'll catch 1 over 4 pounds every 4 or 5 days, you know, like you catch 1 big one a week versus over the summer where you can catch 150, but all 150 of those bass might not be that big. So stay tuned, we are on the way to the pond. I will update y'all when we get there. I'll show y'all all the colors I'm throwing and sizes. So stay tuned, I will update y'all when we get to the pond. I'll show y'all what war pigs we're throwing and why I like to throw them. I love a lipless, and I'll tell y'all about the pond and why I think they work so good in this pond up here.
All right, so about 45% of this pond is super shallow. The last time I was out here, I was throwing this crankbait right here, and that's why there's so much grass on it, is because it's so shallow. So I think a war pig is gonna be our best bet for something that we can like rip through the grass and something that we can fish throughout the entire pond and not only 40-55% of it. So we have this one right here. This is kind of like a shad imitation, another shad in this pond. So that should be a pretty good bet. And then also we caught a big fish on that last time we were out here. And then I think the 2 main forages in this pond are shad and bluegill. The water's super clear, so I mean, something like that. I've caught fish on these before. That's a like bluegill imitation. This one's kind of more close to a shad style. It's like blue with a little bit of chrome in there. I like that one too. Then we got the red. It's not quite red time, but like I think we could probably get away with it today. Then we also have a smaller version of that bluegill pattern. Then we also have some kind of clear ones. And I think these could do really good too, because the water's pretty clear in here. I think we're gonna start off with the bluegill pattern and then like that shad pattern and try to catch a fish, or try to catch a couple fish on both of them and just see how they do. And then also, if we catch a big fish today, I have a surprise for you guys. But only if we catch one that's like, looks like it's over 3. I think a lot of you are going to be happy with my surprise. In one of the previous videos, I was forced to learn a couple of new knots. I learned the Albright knot. I could always tie the double uni knot, but like it was always kind of hard for me. It's just hard for me to like get it going and like figure out how to hold the line with my fingers. But like when I figure it out, I'm good. I know how to tie the knot. It's just like, how do I hold the line? And every time I put that landing gear down, I'm like, how did I do this before without the landing gear? Like, one, it kind of picks the kayak. It picks your kayak up off the ground a little bit for you. So like, if you have to do something back here, you know, it's a little bit easier than having to bend over and do it on the ground. But also, I mean, the real function of it is being able to walk it anywhere. And then like going downhill, it's not that bad. Going uphill, it's kind of heavy. I guess it all depends on like the slope of your hill, but this is kind of like, I mean, imagine farmland in Alabama. You know, it's going to be kind of bumpy, rocky and whatnot. And I haven't dropped anything off the kayak. Also, I haven't really like just sent it down the hill, you know, kind of ran behind it. But as long as you kind of keep it under control and like, you still have to guide it. But I don't see how I did it before without the landing gear, because this is just life-saving. Ooh, I just had 3 followers. I just saw I had 3 followers right here. Like, they're all probably about a pound. They looked a little bit bigger than like the average size fish that we catch in here, but I mean, they followed it all the way up, and I saw one swim off, and the next one swam off, and like the last one swam off. I was like, oh, 3 followers. That's one kind of cool thing about this pond. It's like pretty clear water. It's not Jane clear. You can't really see to the bottom, but you got a good 4, 5, 6 foot of visibility in some areas. So like, it's one of those ponds that you think you can't see the bottom until you look down and like your lure's on the bottom, and then you can see your lure. Like right here, I'm probably in. So that's like 4, 5 foot of water right there, and I can see the bottom right here, but 10 yards back that way, I couldn't see it. Oh no, I saw him. I saw you. I saw you. I had one. I don't think it was big though. He swam around. See if he'll eat it again. I doubt it. I think I hooked him. Well, off camera, first fish, and it has a bluegill in his mouth. Poor little bluegill. And it looks like a pretty big bluegill, like just based off the size of the tongue. Having a little morning feeding frenzy there, bud. First fish of the day, and he has a bluegill tail in his mouth. Having a little bluegill frenzy, bluegill buffet this morning, dude. Cool, he ate it right at the kayak. All right, first big mouth of the day. Today's a super interesting day to be out here fishing. Like, there's no wind, there's no clouds or anything. There's really no like indication of fish. You just kind of think what I'm gonna do today is just make a lap around the pond and try to stay kind of far off the bank. We had a lot of rain yesterday, so that definitely helped the water levels in a lot of the ponds. But I mean, I think I'm gonna still try to fish 15, 20 yards off of the bank, just because it still gets a little shallow up in there. And I'm sure there's probably fish to be caught up there, but I feel like the bigger fish are gonna be in a little bit deeper of water. So that's why we're not necessarily gonna cast at the bank today. We're gonna try to cast parallel to the bank, and we'll do that for at least half the length of the pond, or like a quarter of the pond. And then if that's not working, then we'll switch up and start casting towards the bank, or move in a little closer, move out a little bit farther. But oh, there was something we hit right there. I don't know if he's on. Yeah, he's on. Yep, small, whatever it is. Might be a bluegill. Might be that bluegill from earlier. What is that? Is it a bluegill? No, that's a bass. This is bass number 2. He hit it so far out, I was like, what is that? As I was giving my little seminar about how we're gonna fish this pond today, he decides to eat it. He decides to eat, and you do not have a bluegill in your mouth. Check it out, number 2, not any bigger, but I mean, still the target species. He's freezing cold, like he's freezing. He wanted to go back so bad. And I know that last fish we just caught wasn't super big, but that's how a lot of them have been hitting it. It's not even a strike. It's like they just grab it, hold on to it, and you'll reel into them and kind of feel the pressure of them. So there's 2 things that I really try to like get across to y'all that are really important when you fish. Like a pair of polarized sunglasses. You don't have to have a $300 pair of polarized sunglasses. I mean, the Walmart ones are just as polarized as a $600 pair of Costas. Like, lenses might not be as clear, but you'll learn to adapt to the Walmart lenses. Like, you don't need the big expensive ones. One, get you a good pair of polarized lenses to be able to see down into the water, because year round, like, you're gonna have followers follow up your bait. And then I should do a better job of having like a Ned rig or like a secondary bait to kind of pitch at the fish, you know, if they follow in a swim bait all the way to the bank, or if they, you know, if they miss something, I need to have a secondary bait. But one good pair of sunglasses, you can, you know, catch a couple more fish a day, because you're probably going to have a couple followers or just a couple things that you're not paying attention to. Then number 2, switch up your retrieves. Like, I've been doing this yo-yo retrieve for the past couple of weeks, and it's been working for me. But I mean, a few fish or a few casts, I would kind of just do like a slow, constant, steady retrieve, and then I'll speed it up and kill it, speed it up and kill it, because it seems like they're still eating it on kind of a fast cadence, because the yo-yo is a little bit slower than like a direct reel, like a quick reel, but at the same time, like it's still constantly moving. You know, there's that fall pattern, or there's that fall in there, but like it's not like it has any time just to kind of sit and get ate. Got one. I think it's a fish. It's not really pulling. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Cool. That's number 3 right here out of the same spot. Just casting up towards the bank. I kind of came out a little bit, or I drifted out a little bit and just started casting up towards the bank, and got a couple more. Drifted out away from the bank a little bit and just started casting back up towards the bank, because I know it's shallow up against the bank, then it drops off fairly quickly. So I figured we could try that out, and it's working. We're at 3 so far. Yeah, we got, there we go. Another one, not a big one, but that makes number 4. Gosh, all these are so dinky today. Gotta find a big one somewhere. Boom. We're just gonna hold him like that and show y'all. Woo. Nothing in his mouth. See you. Cool. Hey, can't be mad at it. We're still catching them. Just not catching the right size yet, but fish is a fish is a fish, in my opinion. I'm not discriminating. I just asked to come out here and catch something. I ain't throw no numbers on it. You know, big one's always nice, but I like catching all of them. 200-300 like that instead of catching a 3-pounder. But I mean, if you want to give me a 8-pounder, I'd sacrifice, you know, not catching nothing all day. There we go. This one don't feel too crazy, but it is another bass. Yes, sir. Come on. Just wanted to get you in so I can put you right back, so I can catch your friends that are probably over there hanging out with you. They're like, don't eat it, Johnny. Don't eat it, Johnny. He's like, dude, I'm hungry. I haven't ate breakfast. Don't eat it. Don't eat it. Thanks, Johnny. Let's go. Big or small, those are still fun. You can see it's cool because like the area that I just came out of, you can probably see the bottom right there. There's a huge just circle patch in this pond that's super shallow, and I'm sure when they go on bed that some probably bed up there. And then also bluegill probably spawn up there. Over the summer they probably school on bait fish, like they'll ambush bait fish and push them up on that little island, and they probably pick them off, or I've seen them pick them off of that island. So whenever summer rolls back around, that'll be a pretty interesting spot to come try out. That's a fish. It's not a big one. I think it is. Yes, sir. Come here. Come here. I shouldn't have cast it all the way back in there and caught this one. I should have tried to wait a little bit till I got closer so I didn't mess up that spot. That's the only thing that sucks about making far casts. Like, they can be beneficial in clear water, because a lot of times in like clear water ponds, if the fish see you, they're gone and they're definitely not going to eat. So, but the flip side of that is when you make super long casts, you kind of mess up the whole area that your lure hasn't came through yet, or you can mess it up. Not every time, you know, there's sometimes where fish will still bite, or you can, you know, wait 15-20 minutes and then come back through, and those fish will kind of chill out and come back to wherever they were originally. But most of the time, if I don't have to, I try not to make super far casts, just because it's easier to kind of pick an area apart than just bomb cast around it, which it all just kind of depends on how your day's going. What does that make? Number 5 of that same size? Oh, got him. I watched him eat it. Oh no, he got off. No, I watched him. He was right there. There's 2 of them right there. Dang. That was cool. Like, I watched him swim out from this bank over here, and then he stopped and looked at it, and I like paused it and flicked it one time, made it rattle once, and he was like, nope, I want that. Dang, that was cool. Would have been even cooler if we could have landed them, but I guess it happens. All right, I think I've done all the damage I can do back here. I'm not even counting how many fish we're at. I think we have 5. I want to say we've landed 5, maybe 4. I think we're gonna stick with the war pig. I mean, we're catching fish on it. We made that little color switch. I think we're gonna stick with this exact combo right here. Because earlier in the day, we made that color switch and it worked out for us. We started catching fish. They were kind of short striking a little bit. Weren't really committing to it. I mean, they were super small fish, so like that could have been the problem, that the fish were just too small to eat the other one. But you know, Larry likes to catch the biggest bass, and we don't have the biggest bass yet today, so we got to try to find the, I need like at least a 2-pounder minimum before I leave. So Pond, if you're listening, I'm not leaving it until I catch minimum a 2-pounder minimum. Mama always said never settle for the bare minimum, so I need at least a 4-pounder. We'll double it, make it a 4 at least. Got another one. Not the biggest one in the world, but it is a big mouth. Yeah, what is this, number 6? Hey, some of my best luck has been like middle of the day. So it's 11:08 and I've caught some of my biggest bass like at 12 o'clock, just middle of the day, right at lunchtime. 11 o'clock, you know, not early in the morning, late in the evening when you think a bigger fish would bite. So we'll see. Then the wind's starting to blow back in here too, so maybe that'll help us out a little bit. Give us a little bit of a lucky boost.
Chasing the bag, I'm racing the clock. Look at them flock, watching them flop. Used to see this in my sleep when I ain't had shit on my thoughts in the car. I really was lost. Now I'm public with the soundscapes.